Hi there guys, it's Martyn here, and welcome to another episode of the Hits Review. This is episode 11, and we are taking a look through the chronological series of the Hits albums, which was the main rival to Now That's What I Call Music in the 80s and 90s. And as it's episode 11, you'd think the album would be Hits 11. However, we have this, the 11th release, which is Monster Hits. Now, the Hits album has a weird thing with branding. For their 9th installment, they just went back to calling it the Hits album, then they went back to Hits 10, and now they've gone with Monster Hits. Why they did this is anyone's guess, but let's take a look at the front here. So, a mixture of colours and very late 80s, early 90s shapes here. This is their new little monster mascot, who's looking very suave in his tuxedo and glasses. And it's featuring artists like Madonna, Lisa Stansfield, Prince, Black Box, Gloria Estefan, Bros, Jive Bunny, Martika, Cher, Luther Vandross, Liza Minnelli, The Beatmasters, Eurythmics, Chris Rea, Sybil, Alison Williams, and many more. So quite a respectable lineup there, especially getting some big hit artists like Madonna and Prince, but to name a few. So, yeah, as I said, strangely titled, as spine just says Monster Hits as well, various artists. However, if you look down here, it does say Hits 11, and if we look on the back, it also says Hits 11 above the barcode there. So they are acknowledging this is the 11th installment, but they're just not calling it Hits 11. So it's a bit of an anomaly, and I think it actually hurt the brand, but I'll talk more about what I think could have happened later. So look, sides 1 and 2, you got the big numbers there. Let's take a look at what's on side 1. So Black Box, Ride on Time, arguably it was the biggest hit single of 1989 there. So you got Gloria Estefan, Lisa Stansfield, Beloved, Martika. And then side 2, Madonna with Cherish off her Like a Prayer album. Chris Rea, Cher with Turn Back Time, great song. Alice Cooper with Poison. And Fuzzbox with Walking on Thin Ice. Still need to do my research into Fuzzbox and some of their stuff. Side 3, Simply Red, Luther Vandross, great song, never too much. Sybil, Alison Williams, Prince, Karen White, Donna Summer, and Liza Minnelli with Losing My Mind, which was a song, of course, produced by the Pet Shop Boys for her. And side 4, Jive Bunny and the Master Mixers, London Boys, Big Fun, Bros, Sam Dees, Fast Eddie, the Beatmasters, and finishing with 808 State and Pacific 707. So, zooming in there, should be zooming out. Some truly cracking songs on there, a very respectable track list, that's for sure. But like all these albums, they are gatefolded, so allow me to open this up. And we are now back, thankfully, by the looks of it, to descriptions. If you remember in Hits 10, it just sort of said where the album came from. It didn't say, any more additional information. So this, for example, Italian disco used to be very odd. Then some bright sparks discovered house music, and the result was this. Black Box are fronted by... Oh god, I'm not even going to pronounce that. That's my bad, sorry. And the first UK single was number 1 in Britain for 6 weeks. The longest stay at number 1 for 5 years. There you go. Very strong achievement there. So all these songs just have the little bits and pieces about them, which I think they realised their mistake on Hits 10 by not including this, because of course back then, before the internet, if you wanted to know more about a single or an album, you'd have to read the inner notes. So I think it's really good that they reinstated this, and you get a picture of the artist along the side. Now, I believe this came out in 1989, the same year as Hits 10. Let's have a look. Yes, there you go. The copyright is 1989. And there were some truly great songs in 89. But now, I'm going to take out one of the discs and show you what it looks like. Okay, so there is the disc for Monster Hits. You've got the logo, you've got the little monster. It's strangely just in 2 colours, green and black. Would have been nice if it was full colour. Side 2 is exactly the same colours, no differentiation there. So by all accounts, that is your standard vinyl disc for Monster Hits. Now, like a lot of these albums, as I've done these Hits review episodes, if vinyl's not your thing, you can also get this album on cassette. Yes, that's right, here is Monster Hits on cassette. Same sort of cover, 32 hits. The only major difference is the artists are now down here, as they can't fit in this small red box up there. And the track list is exactly the same. All 32 hits are retained here, which is good. There's no sort of exclusivity with anything. Pop it open, take it out. Ooh, we're on black cassettes now. If you remember up to now, all of these hits cassettes were on white tapes, but you've still got the little monster logo there, albeit in black and white, and you've got the Monster Hits logo there, which I think actually looks really good. That's a very cool logo for sure, and black tape always looks nice, doesn't it? So yeah, if tape's your thing, then you can always pick this up on cassette tape. I got this in a job lot, but you shouldn't pay any more than £2 for this, really. As for the vinyl, as with a lot of these Hits albums, I'd say no more really than £5 for this. You should be able to find it cheaper than £5 in a lot of places really, because by this point, as I say, this is when hits started to go off the rails a bit. They started to drop the numbering and go off branding, which considering now remains so consistent with its numbers and still does to this day, with 104 coming out soon, I think this move, even though there's a great track list on here, one of the best of the hit series, I think, some cracking songs from 1989 with the Black Box stuff, Madonna, Prince, loads of fabulous songs, but just a massive, massive misstep on branding in my opinion. Should you get this? Well, of course, as I always say, the track list is a big key for these albums. Look at the track list as we went through there. If it's your sort of music, if it's stuff you like, pick it up. However, if the now albums of the same era, so like now 14, 15, 16, are already doing it for you with their track list, then I'd say maybe stay away from this and focus on that series. But of course, if you're collecting the hits albums, you should definitely pick this up. The numbering now of hits goes a bit more askew. I'm going to try and continue this series. There is a hits 12, of course it's not called hits 12, but I'm going to see how far I can get with this series. I might not get all the way, but I'm going to try my very best. And that's all for this installment of the Hits Review. Thank you very much for watching. If you enjoyed this episode, please leave your comments down below. Let me know if you own Monster Hits or Hits 11 in any form, on vinyl, on cassette. You can even get it on CD. And if you enjoyed the video, leave a like on it and subscribe to the channel if you're brand new with notifications on. And until the next one, I will see you guys next time.